A moment of guest service gold does not involve one particular skill, character trait, or talent. It's about engaging your guests, unlocking what they want or need, and connecting with them to make their stay unique. It is a combination of vital elements which creates a level of guest service above and beyond the ordinary, and which will immortalize your property in the minds and hearts of your guests forever. Those 7 elements are authenticity, keeping it real; intuition, read the need; empathy, use your heart; champion, be a guest hero; delight, provide a surprise; delivery, follow through; and initiative, make the effort. There are great stories behind each and every element or moment of guest service gold. In the next few minutes, you will see a few examples of pure gold moments, originally provided by real employees. They are memorable not just for what the service was, but because of the emotional connection between who it was for and who provided it. Everyone in the front or back of the house has potential to deliver guest service gold from the heart. There's nothing here that you or a coworker at your property couldn't think of, or try, or surpass. We hope that these stories challenge and inspire you to find those elements within yourself, and that your story will soon join these.
Authenticity. What does it mean to me? It means keeping it real. It means you're motivated to do something, to provide great service from the heart. Not because you expect something in return or because you have to. You do it because you genuinely want to make a guest happy. You have an emotional investment in it. And that's where you get your satisfaction.
One day before our national convention, and the registration packets had the wrong information. A disaster. I called the printer. What do you mean you can't deliver it by tomorrow? That is when everybody is arriving to register. I thought I was going to have a coronary.
I thought I was going to have to grab one of our property's new defibrillators. Becky, what can I do? How can I help? Tell me what you need.
I do not have time to go pick up the corrections. I have to be here tomorrow.
I know how important this is to you. Give me a copy of the packet with the corrections, and I'll go pick up the reprint at the printers tomorrow.
I can't ask you to do that.
You don't have to. It would be my pleasure. Of course, it wasn't as simple as that. When I got to the printers, I found several other errors. I've done a lot of proofreading for our own press releases. It took 2 more trips to the printers to get everything right. But in the end, we got the materials to the convention, correct and on time.
It's perfect. Tammy, you are a miracle worker. How am I ever going to thank you?
You just did. To some people, a picture is worth 1,000 words. To me, that smile, knowing you've really been there for someone and helped, that smile is worth even more.
I do a lot of business traveling. I'm not a salesman, and I'm not a talker. I'm more of a techie, a problem solver, and I usually eat alone.
We have guests who eat alone all the time, but if you're observant, if you use a little intuition, you can tell if they're looking for interaction or something else. I remember Ray. He's a regular. This is his second coffee. He already ordered lunch and he keeps rereading the menu. Ray, your lunch will be out in a few moments. Could I get you something to read? A newspaper?
You know, I had a magazine. I left it on the plane. No, I'm okay. Just another pot of coffee. Thanks, man.
Sure, I could let it go, but that's not intuitive service. Use your past knowledge of guests or your powers of observation to provide them with something they didn't expect, but would enjoy. Why not go for the gold?
Hey, this is the exact magazine. How did you know?
It was such a small thing, but it's the simple things that make a guest stay.
That guy must be a psychic.
You could say I was observant and just did the math. Or just call it my intuition.
Empathy is the ability to relate to another person's feelings by putting yourself in their shoes, by using your heart and to try and understand what they're going through, and responding with care and attention. We have an employee, Katie Murphy. She's worked in the hospitality industry for more than 20 years. She's our night auditor. But that doesn't begin to describe what she does for us on any given day. She's also our concierge, bellman, mother, counselor, waitress, housekeeper, chauffeur, diplomat, and stand-up comic as needed.
Then how come I only get paid as a night auditor?
But no matter what the task, her single greatest skill in guest service or as a human being is empathy. We had a mother staying at our property to be near her son, who was badly burned in an accident and undergoing treatment at a nearby hospital.
My heart went out to the mother. How do you even function when your child's life is in balance?
Katie befriended this mother. She became a shoulder for her to cry on.
She had so much to worry about. Why should she have to worry about the little things?
She drove her back and forth to the hospital to help her save gas money. She brought her home-cooked meals so the mother wouldn't have to spend money or time dining out.
The weather turned cold and she didn't have a winter coat. One of our reservationists, Sheila, gave her an extra one she had.
Katie's acts of kindness, of empathy, were beginning to affect our entire staff. Everyone wanted to step up and do what they could. The boy soon died of his injuries.
She was so brave. How could we not make her stay a little easier?
Katie has a big heart, big enough that each and every one of us, in our service to guests who need our empathy, now carry a piece of that heart with us. A champion, as far as guest service, is about consistently rising above expectations. setting a standard that others can strive for. Having the confidence that you can deliver under any circumstances, and knowing that anyone, a coworker or guest, can count on you to come through big time. It's about being a guest hero. Bob has been with us for 15 years, first as a bellman, and now, after he earned his certification, as a security officer. And he is a champion and a guest service hero.
Good morning, Mrs. Delacourt.
He set a standard early with simple things, such as remembering a guest's name.
Hi, Sherry, don't you look pretty today?
But he took it a step further, remembering children's names, or even their grandchildren. He even remembered their pets' names. It's a point of honor to him for his job to know as much about the guests as possible.
Thank you very much.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, I have a meeting this morning and I forgot my black pants. Is there a department store nearby?
Well, what size do you need?
He even gave one guest the pants off his, well, he loaned him his pants. And we haven't even gotten to his great and vital service as our security officer. A guest left a valuable package in a taxi when he arrived. He was beside himself with anxiety when he discovered this later.
Don't worry, Mr. Hedix will find it.
Bob made the guest feel more at ease and explained that everything would be done to locate the bag. And that's just what he did. He reviewed the security tapes until he identified the taxi. He worked with local consumer affairs to identify the company and arrange for them to secure and deliver the package. And he had that package safely back in the guest's hands, all within an hour or so.
It's my 7-year-old son's T-ball trophy. Gave it to me last minute. Bring me luck on my sales trip.
You think that guest won't remember what Bob did for him? Or how that service reflects on our property and our brand? So I had a trophy made for Bob also. The lost package wasn't his responsibility, but he made it his responsibility. He kept his eye on the prize and he delivered, like a champion. And it's in the heart of a champion to go above and beyond, time and again, year after year.
Of delight. It has to be something unexpected. There's an element of providing a surprise. You've already connected with the guest, either on the phone or in person, enough to know something about them and their expectations.
We just got married, and to be honest, I had something else in mind for our honeymoon.
She wanted to go to some faraway exotic resort, Bora Bora or something. Sure, it sounded good to me too, but
it wasn't exactly in the budget. Not after what we spent on the wedding and what we had left over.
I could hear the disappointment in her voice when I took the reservation. Yes, we're a limited service hotel. We do have a beautiful honeymoon suite, but even that was above their budget. They had to book a standard room. But that didn't mean we couldn't make their honeymoon stay special.
Oh my God, she had the whole entire staff there to give us this awesome welcome.
we later found out it was her day off, but she spent the whole morning running around getting these things with her own money to make our arrival special.
Delight doesn't begin to describe it. We were overwhelmed.
In the room, you wouldn't believe it.
It was all very simple touches, nothing really expensive. But it changed the whole feel of an otherwise normal room. I just had to think of what would delight me on my honeymoon. Oh, they were such a beautiful couple. And they've been back several times since. And guess who showed up at my wedding?
I swore I wouldn't cry.
She went out of her way to make it our day. How could we not be there for hers?
A couple of good buddies of mine from NYC flew up for the weekend to party with me in Toronto. We didn't get much sightseeing done, but we still had a good time. Monday, morning of departure, it dawns on my buddy. He doesn't have his passport. He left it on the plane on the way up. He goes into a panic big time, but the front desk agent and the concierge, they come on like Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. They call it Pearson International Airport. They call it Montreal International Airport. They call Air Canada. They even call Canada and US Customs.
Hello.
All the time, my buddy is dying. I mean, how dumb can you get? But never, not once, did the hotel staff treat him like a moron. They care, they listen, they focus on the task at hand like an urgent mission, like bloodhounds on a hunt. The front desk agent printed out a new application for a temporary passport. The concierge even secured us an appointment with the US Embassy the same day. Bottom line, my buddy gets out of the country and back home on a temporary passport, no major hassle. Next day, he gets an email from the hotel confirming that his passport showed up at customs. They even follow up with another email confirming that he received the passport. It was unbelievable. Those guys deserve a medal. And my buddy, no more drinking and flying for him.
Aloha! Thank you for choosing the Aqua Waikiki Wave, our hotel. The weather should be great today. Have a wonderful time. Letitia, your guest room attendant.
I was surprised, pleasantly, but surprised. I mean, who writes handwritten notes these days? Nobody. I'm in the people service business. I do convention planning, but when I saw those heartfelt thank you notes while on vacation, even I was impressed.
Although Letitia is back of the house, where they don't have the same opportunity to wow a guest like the front of the house, she proves that even a housekeeper can have a significant impact on guest experience. Each night, I sit down and write an aloha note to my guests on the 12th floor. She has 20 rooms, figure a guest per week, 52 weeks, over 12 years, that's over 12,000 notes. And nobody asked her to do this. It was purely her own creativity and her own